Unshakable confidence, Stoic and warrior wisdom from ancient Greece and India. Philosophical spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism, the philosophy that teaches us to keep calm in the face of chaos, has roots in ancient Greece but flourished under Roman emperors like Marcus Aurelius and generals like Epictetus. The core idea is simple: control what you can, accept what you cannot. The teachings are delivered through disciplined thought, resilience, and an inner clarity that is as essential today as it was 1,000 years ago. Key tenets for the modern A. 1. Dichotomy of control. Recognize that our actions, emotions, and intentions are within our power, while external events remain outside of it. In a bustling startup, you can refine your pitch and product, but you cannot dictate market sentiment. 2. Emotional resilience. By training ourselves to evaluate situations impartially, we limit the pull of fear and anger. When a client drops a contract, reflecting calmly on what was within your control prevents paralysis. 3. Virtue as purpose. Virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, temperance is the highest good. Embedding these values in every business decision transforms routine work into a mission. Lessons that echo through time. Prepare for the unpredictable. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that life's hardships are inevitable. Preparing mentally for setbacks builds fortitude. Live according to reason. Logic guides us to act ethically, avoiding reactive decisions that damage relationships. Practice daily reflection. End each day questioning, did I act with wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice? A timeless method to align actions with values. These Stoic lessons map directly onto the warrior ethos of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna guides Arjuna to act with detachment and purpose. Link to our theme. Both Stoicism and the Gita converge on inner strength. Stoicism supplies a framework for emotional mastery. The Gita introduces the concept of duty, dharma, and selfless action. When blended, they create a blueprint: act decisively, accept outcomes, and remain steady no matter the turbulence. Chapter 1, The Lion's Calm in a Storm. Story. In ancient India, there was a legendary king named Prithvi Raj, known for his fearless leadership. One summer, a sudden, severe drought threatened his kingdom. Desperation spread as farmers feared famine. Yet Prithvi did not panic. He gathered his advisors, listened to their plans, and calmly directed his people to irrigate the fields using stored water and rainwater harvesting. The kingdom survived the drought, and trust in his steady hand deepened. Motivational insight. Prithvi's behavior mirrors a Stoic's mastery over emotions. While chaos ruled the world, he kept his mind clear, making decision-based actions that benefited all, not his own comfort. Similarly, in any stressful business or personal crisis, the ability to remain calm and thoughtful can be the difference between crisis management and catastrophe. Modern application. When facing a deadline crunch or unplanned client request, pause for a minute. Ask, which part of the situation is within my direct influence? Prioritize actions on those areas. Delegate the rest. This simple shift prevents overwhelm and keeps productivity steady. Conclusion. Like Prithvi and the Stoic sages, we can turn any storm into a test of our inner calm. By focusing on what we control, we harness strength that shines through challenges. Call to action. If you found value in this lesson, like, share, and subscribe for more stories of ancient wisdom turned modern power. Reflective question. When faced with a crisis, what was one part you can immediately control, and how might you act on it today? Chapter 2, The Warrior's Mind, a Mind of Purpose. Story. Socrates, the Greek philosopher, once faced his own crucible when he was sentenced to death. Instead of fearing the inevitable, he accepted his fate with dignity. He said, "I cannot stop the execution of the law, but I can decide how I live my remaining moments." His acceptance drew admiration and made a lasting example of purposeful living. Motivational insight. Socrates lives as the Stoic ideal of the warrior who keeps an unbending sense of purpose. In the context of business, setting clear mission goals lets us navigate turbulence with a compass that cannot be rattled by market noise. Modern application. Define your core purpose in one powerful sentence. Embed this phrase in your task lists, vision boards, or team briefings. Whenever you feel distracted by short-term results, refer back to your mission to realign and stay motivated. Conclusion. Purpose-driven decision-making empowers us to act with courage and resilience, just as Socrates did under threat. Call to action. Enjoy the power of purpose. Like, share, and subscribe so you can keep building a purposeful life. Reflective question. What is your one sentence that sums up your mission today, and how can you weave it into your work routine? Chapter 3, The Echo of the River, Detachment in Action. Story. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna advises Arjuna to perform his duty without attachment to results. When Arjuna hesitated, Krishna reminded him, "Act, but let the fruits be out of your mind." This counsel is a reflection of the Stoic virtue of detachment. We execute actions, but we do not cling to outcomes, enabling us to act freely and boldly. Motivational insight. Detachment allows for focused effort. If you obsess over the final score, you lose sight of the process, reducing your effectiveness. Detachment keeps you in the present, making each action the best it can be. Modern application. During a product launch, focus on developing excellent features and executing the launch strategy. Don't obsess over immediate sales numbers or social media likes. This mindset builds confidence. Once you know you did everything right, external metrics will settle. Conclusion. Detach from the outcome, yet commit wholeheartedly to action. That's the balance that empowers confidence and protects against disappointment. Call to action. If detachment resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe to explore more ancient tools for modern confidence. Reflective question. Which part of your current project can you detach from, and where can you direct your full attention instead? Chapter 4, The Fireproof Sword, Building Inner Strength. Story. The ancient Greek warrior, Achilles, was known for his unstoppable strength. Yet when a single flaw, the heel, became an Achilles, he was defeated. The moral: the strongest part of us may be our greatest vulnerability, but strengthening that area fortifies the entire body. Motivational insight. Instead of hiding our weaknesses, Stoicism urges us to confront and cultivate them. By acknowledging gaps and training them, we build irreplaceable resilience. The Gita encourages self-knowledge before action, stating, "Know yourself, then fight." Modern application. Conduct a weekly strength audit. Identify one skill that hampers performance, confidence in pitching, communication, strategic thinking. Invest a small daily practice, e.g., 10 minutes of public speaking, reading a business strategy, and track progress. Over time, that once weak point becomes a source of confidence, not fear. Conclusion. Inner strength is forged not by avoiding challenges, but by confronting them. When we strengthen our faults, we create a foundation that remains steady, even under pressure. Call to action. If you're ready to forge your own fireproof sword, hit like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom that turns vulnerability into power. Reflective question. What is your personal heel, and what first step can you take today to strengthen it? Chapter 5, The Garden of the Mind, Cultivating a Resilient Mindset. Story. Confucius once spoke of a gardener who tended his garden with faith, persistence, and respect for nature's cycles. He did not force blossoms to appear. He cultivated soil, water, and patience. When the season ended, the garden thrived, yielding abundant harvests. Motivational insight. The garden metaphor is a timeless reminder that emotional and professional health needs nurturing. Like Stoicism's practice of daily reflection, consistent cultivation ensures long-term resilience. Modern application. Create a mental garden routine. 1. Morning, 5-minute gratitude list. 2. Midday, a quick mindfulness pause. 3. Evening, journaling on what you learned and which emotions you felt. By feeding your thoughts daily, you maintain a resilient mindset that supports both business success and personal well-being. Conclusion. Steady cultivation, rather than grand gestures, yields the biggest returns. Let your mind blossom with gratitude, reflection, and intentional practice. Call to action. Like, share, and subscribe if you can't wait to sow the seeds of resilience in your daily life. Reflective question. What new plant will you nurture in your mental garden starting tomorrow? Final reflection, your inner strength blueprint. Combining Stoic discipline, acknowledging what we control, detaching from outcome, practicing virtues, and the warrior ethic of the Bhagavad Gita, act with duty, know yourself, and face the battlefield with composure, creates an unshakable confidence. These ages-old teachings instruct us to calm the mind, define purpose, detach from external judgment, strengthen weaknesses, and nurture our inner gardens. Now ask yourself, how can you integrate the Stoic practice of the dichotomy of control into your next decision? What element of the Bhagavad Gita's call to duty resonates most with your current trajectory? Use these insights to draft a simple action plan. Identify one control area, one purposeful statement, one aspect for detachment, one weakness to strengthen, and one daily reflective practice. Let this blueprint become the architecture of your inner fortress, a fortress of calm, purpose, resilience, growth, and ultimately, unshakable confidence. If you found these lessons transformative, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys that connect ancient wisdom to modern triumph. Your inner strength awaits.